In the corner of an old garden, hidden beneath tall blades of grass, there was a world so tiny that humans never noticed it. But to the creatures who lived there, it was the biggest world of all. In this tiny world lived Arlo the ant. Arlo was smaller than a raindrop, yet he dreamed of doing something big. Every day, he carried crumbs twice his size, helped repair tunnels in the anthill, and marched bravely alongside his friends. But sometimes, Arlo wondered, do I really matter in such a big world? Compared to the birds, the cats, and the humans who strolled through the garden, he felt invisible. One warm morning, as the dew sparkled like diamonds on the leaves, Arlo heard a faint sound. It was a soft cry, almost like a whisper. He followed it through the grass until he came upon a daisy that had fallen over in the night. Underneath the heavy stem, a ladybug named Lila was trapped. "Help, Arlo," she said weakly. "I cannot move." Arlo pushed with all his strength, but the daisy would not budge. He felt so small, but then he remembered something his grandmother ant used to say, "Alone we are small, but together we are mighty." Arlo raced back to the anthill and called to his friends. Dozens of ants followed, forming a long line through the grass. Together they pressed their tiny shoulders against the stem. At first, it did not move. The ants dug in their heels and pushed harder. Slowly, the flower lifted just enough for Lila to crawl out. "Thank you," said Lila, brushing off her spotted wings. "I thought I was too small to matter, but you proved that even the tiniest creatures can do great things when they work together." The news spread quickly through the tiny world. The bees buzzed about it, the butterflies fluttered their wings in celebration, and even the crickets chirped a special song that evening. Arlo smiled proudly. For the first time, he realized that being small was not a weakness. In fact, it was his strength. He could go where bigger creatures could not, he could work in teams that seemed unstoppable, and he could notice details in the garden that others overlooked. That night, as the stars twinkled above and the garden grew quiet, Arlo stood at the edge of his tiny world and whispered, "I may be small, but I can still make a big difference." And from that day forward, whenever anyone in the garden needed help, Arlo and his friends were the first to arrive. Moral of the story, even in a tiny world, small actions and teamwork can create big change. No matter your size, you matter.